Hi, everyone. Dr. Morris here. I just wanted to give you a brief overview of the syllabus. I've had to make some changes for post spring break because we have differences in our living situations and in the course delivery. So it's going to be a little bit different. There's nothing major that's different, but I've tried to make some things a little bit more accessible and easier for you. So the grading contract is updated. It's still in effect. I'm still using a grading contract. However, attendance is no longer part of the grade. That includes for before spring break. So those of you who have had absence troubles are lucky in that regard. However, what you need to do is to complete participation, which is going to take the place of the attendance. So participation is part of the grade. It always has been, but participation is the main thing. So you have to have all of your discussion boards complete and on time, all of your peer reviews complete and on time, all your papers turned in and on time in order to get a B or above. If you want to go back and complete discussion boards from pre-spring break, you're welcome to do so. In fact, I encourage you to make up that work because everything depends on participation. As always, I will be sympathetic and adaptable. If you are missing a deadline, you just need to let me know. And you can't miss every deadline, but you can miss some of them, and we can work out a solution. It's particularly helpful for me if you're having trouble with peer review and getting your paper in on time, that you form a group of 3 people who can work together so that you can have your papers peer reviewed and you can review those 3 papers. But you've got to find people who are dependable to work with you on that. Um, and then your papers have to be turned in on time, of course, too. So you will not turn in a standalone portfolio. Instead, you will revise 2 papers extensively. I'll give you a path for turning those in. They have to be revised extensively in order to get a B or above. And I'll have a separate place for you to turn those in. The main difference here is that you're not going to turn in a separate document with all of this stuff together. You'll also have a final reflection paper coming completed during the last week of the semester. So you can see that all the elements of the portfolio are there, but they're not going to be turned in a package. So that's the big change. The content of the course is a little bit changed. The unit work is the same in terms of the kinds of writing that you're doing, but you probably will have different content than you were planning on before spring break, just depending on what you were planning on. The advocacy work was originally planned for on campus and to amplify some sort of advocacy that's going on already. But I think that it's going to be difficult to do that since we can't be on campus. So I'm going to expand your options, and the advocacy will not have to be GSU focused. So you can choose another group. For all of us, the advocacy is going to have to be focused on online kinds of things. So whether it's a YouTube video, a web page, or a Facebook post or something like that. So we'll be looking at that. And in the first assignment, I will be laying out a little bit about how that will look. So you can go to week 1 post spring break to look at that first assignment. Finally, there will be no multimedia presentation for your advocacy projects. They're just not really that doable for this situation. The general pattern for the course is this. You check in by Monday by noon for the week's work. I'll lay out everything that has to be done that week and we'll preview the next week's work. You will normally have 2 deadlines per week, Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. and Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Occasionally, I will have an additional deadline for something small during the week, usually for discussion board responses and that sort of thing. I'll try to give you options for extra credit as well, so you can look for those in various weeks. As always, if you have questions, please let me know what those are. I am going to be creating a discussion board for questions that you can just put questions in that spot. But you can also email me, and I will get back and probably respond to that to the whole class as well. I hope you're well. I hope you're not going crazy. I mostly hope that you're well. So I will talk to you later.